Sure. Parker. What's up? How's it going? We're live. I've got the all blues on. So you go crazy. I'll show you. Maybe you can. It's like a dark royal blue. But if you'd like to switch to something, I could be persuaded to do my all blacks. I'll go all blacks if you want to switch it up. Let's do it. Huge.
Welcome to Buffalo, New York, and UB Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bulls, where the fans know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bulls.
I sent it over. I sent him a text.
25 matchup
I sent it to Shamim and Mary Karen too, in case they were interested.
Preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 12
Get
team
everybody
in the
in.
country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by
What'd you say?
David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
Oh, that's funny. What?
The Bulls will put it away to start the game.
Are you good? Here we go. Oh, pinning me deep.
The ball squirts through the end zone.
It wouldn't
That'll be
even
a touchback.
automatically
They'll
catch
bring
it. That's
out to the
crazy. You've never
25.
seen that before.
Here comes the offense on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Really
I
nice
love when my
stop
guard
there
just
from this
doesn't pick
senior
up the
leader.
ball.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Going up top on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Trying to hit me big.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That's It's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
And the Bulls will move the sticks with the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say
that
go
was,
for it every time.
I thought you might get me there.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21.
Get set, get set.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust.
Go, 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 go,
Runs through the
go!
tackle.
I
Still
love
almost.
offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Fights his way ahead, they get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The Bulls pick up the 1st down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable, flipping forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. On the run, it's Keene. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to the right side.
Does it really?
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's King. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quickly complete. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Bulls have their offense in high gear.
Receivers always have to be so careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally, so give that receiver credit. Nice job on the route to bring the ball in while on that tight one.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And the ball is intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Buffalo 3, South Florida 0.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Let's go.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his big tight end. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
I knew you were going to drop that the right end. It was just I didn't do enough to counter it.
This is a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Oh my gosh! Why did he throw it like that?
Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but
Why did he
just
not
what
send
they
it into the
needed.
space? Hold up.
Entering accessibility
gotta-
screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to office selected. Entering accessibility screen, you have
Oh, I
19
can't change
options. Menu narration option is set to office
Man, what a
selected.
great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Quick release by the QB. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Pushes toward the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There's our
And you
push.
got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, go give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Dang.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulls. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Wisconsin is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. Not Bucky's finest day at the office. They're trailing by 21 to Central Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to throw on second down. He finds his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. They'll try the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. It's a reverse. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Fast motion from the offense. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Now on second down. Here's the handoff. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Dances away again.
No.
A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds. But
gosh.
the question is, will it stand?
That's
there is
so,
a penalty marker on the field.
Random holding.
On the set.
Offense getting set for first down.
Get set. Get set.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Running with power. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute
Hit the weight
and then
room,
punch
buddy.
it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Still running at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The sure hands, it's Sims. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Buffalo!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kick coverage team was ready and in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take a knee in the end zone. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
17, South Florida, 7.
The Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Way to get down.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Good.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The option look. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
On the play. Brings up second down.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go Philly.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Using the quick game. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Bulls! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Tulane notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from New Orleans is worth its weight in gold to the Green Wave. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The lone back's got it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Now on the option. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll go to the ground. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
Brings up third down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Buffalo 17, South Florida 14.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.